Hey, what's going on, guys? Jordan over here at the Movie Den. So today's video is a long-awaited video. I've been looking forward to this release for a few months now, and now that I finally got it in hand, I've watched it. I've watched the 2.5 hour documentary, so I feel like I have a good grasp on my opinion on this release. I also watched, I rented it through Prime and was able to watch, technically that was an old transfer and not the transfer that we have right here. So like I said, I feel like I have a good understanding of how to talk about it. Before we do get started with that, of course, if you enjoy these kind of videos where we talk about some movie releases, movie reviews, please go down below and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification. Now, on that topic, we are almost at 300 subscribers. I think we're at like 271 right now. So we're creeping up there, getting close to 300. And so to coincide with that, coming up that it's going to be Christmas here pretty soon, I want to be doing a giveaway for you guys, okay? And the movie we're going to be giving away is the Gladiator 4K Steelbook. There it is right there. Now, as I talked about in my previous video, I did open it just to make sure that all the contents were good, the digital code worked and everything. You do still have the J card, so technically it is opened, and there is a small dent right up here, but it's like the size of a pinhole. It's not even that bad. But anyways, how you enter to win this, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, then just shoot me a message on my Instagram letting me know you want to enter into the giveaway. Now, I think what I'm going to be doing is whichever comes first, if we hit 300 subscribers or December 14th, whichever of those come first, that's when I'm going to be doing the drawing. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to send it out to one of you guys. Now, as per my last giveaway, it is just US only for right now. Hopefully in the future, I can open it up to everywhere. But like I said, for right now, this will be just for US residents. I'm wanting to do it a little bit before Christmas, just so that it gives it time for you guys to get this before Christmas. That's kind of my thinking on that. Or if I hit 300 before then obviously you're going to get it before that point. But anyways, that's the giveaway we're going to be doing. So make sure if you would like to enter in, again, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and just shoot me a message on Instagram letting me know you want to enter for the Gladiator 4K Steelbook giveaway. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get on with the video. The movie we are talking about today, The Blair Witch Project. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so here it is, the very much long-awaited second sight release they announced. I can't remember how long, it's been a few months ago. They actually announced this along with Late Night with the Devil. They announced them on the same day, but there it is right there. There is, and this is a thick box right there. Look at that. It's close to the size, I would say, of like the Hellraiser Quartet of Torment box set. So like I said, it's a pretty thick release, but there is the front. You've got the new commission artwork with the three right there in the woods. There is the back right there. So you've got all your specs, all the special features that come with the movie on your J card. So let's go ahead and remove the J card. And that's what it looks like without the J card. And then on the back, they didn't put any artwork back there. It is just blank. There is the side right there, the Blair Witch Project, second sight. Let's go ahead and talk about the special features and everything this comes with. So you're getting 2 discs with this. Now, this is just a Blu-ray. It is not a 4K. And we'll talk about that a little more in the video. But with it being a 4K, it is Region B locked. So if you don't have, let's say, a Region Free player, or like the one I use, the Panasonic Ub820, which there is a hack to get around those region codes. That's how I watched this movie. Unfortunately, you're out of luck. But if you do have one of those 2 options, you definitely will be able to pick this up. So the first disc, you've got the new second sight transfer restoration of 2 cuts of the movie. You have the theatrical cut and the festival cut. Now, the festival cut, I can't remember how much longer it is. I want to say it was like 7 minutes. I could be completely wrong. But you've got complete restorations from the high 8 videotapes and the 16 millimeter camera. And what's cool about this is it was all supervised and approved by the directors and producers. Now, we'll talk more about that later because there's some interesting stuff about that. You also get original exposition theatrical cut from the 35 millimeter transfer masters. So the one that they transferred it over to for Sundance to be playing in the theaters there. So you kind of really get 3 cuts. You get a new audio commentary, and in the theatrical cut, you get a director and producer's audio commentary. Now, that's all fine and good. I mean, that's awesome right there. But here's where the really good stuff is. Now, I'm not saying that the festival cut was phenomenal. I was blown away by that. But in disc 2, you're getting a new feature-length documentary from Second Sight on the Blair Witch Project. And this is a whopping 2.5 hour long documentary. I highly recommend you guys watch that. We'll talk more about that documentary later. You get the Blair Witch Project Analog Horror and a Digital World by Mike Munzer. You get deleted scenes, including previously unseen video and 60mm footage, alternate endings, Curse of the Blair Witch, the Kane's 1999 archive director's interview trailers. And then, of course, you get your limited edition packaging with all your stuff that usually comes with most Second Sight releases. There are some extra ones in here. We're going to go ahead and do the unboxing, and then I want to give my review of the movie. So as we talked about, there it is. There is the front. Beautiful, beautiful artwork for this. I don't know the guy's name who did the artwork, but phenomenal, phenomenal. Like I said, there's the side and the back is blank. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at everything that comes inside. So we're going to go ahead and start with the art cards. Now, I haven't seen any of these yet. I just popped the movie in, checked it out, and so this will be my first time seeing these art cards. Now, I'm going to try my best to get these art cards out of here without ripping this binding, but that might not happen. Usually I can get it out, but this thing is tight, tight, tight. Oh, it looks like I got it. Just had to bend them just a little bit. So you are getting 3 different art cards with this. Okay, you are getting that iconic shot. You've got the stickman right there from the movie. And there is the commissioned artwork that comes with on the rigid slipcase. And lastly, you get the theatrical poster right there. So those are your 3 art cards that you're getting with this movie. Next, this is pretty sweet. I thought this was amazing. When I first saw this, I thought, oh, inside it's going to be like your standard behind the scenes stuff, some pictures. No, it's not. So you get Heather's journal, right, from the movie that she talks about. So you get the journal, and it's full of what would be her journal entry. So, take a look at that. We'll fan through that. I mean, they pulled out all the stops for this release. And when I first saw this, I didn't know, I was like, man, they came up with all this stuff for this. Actually, during when the directors and producers were promoting the movie before it went to Sundance, they created a website to generate hype around the movie. And they actually uploaded Heather's journal entries. And so that's probably where they got all of these. So that's awesome. There you go. So you get Heather's journal. Next, you get this thick hardback book. Now, I'm always a fan when these labels put out stuff with hardback books right there. So that is that's the Stickman one we saw on one of the art cards earlier. So that is where they got that. The back is blank, the side, the Blair Witch Project. And in here is where you are getting your traditional behind the scenes, essays, photos of the movie, photos from behind the scenes. Yeah, so you're getting like cast and crew, Real Life is a Horror Movie, Heather Donahue and the Imperfect Woman, Paranoia and the Presence in the Blair Witch Project. Just a whole bunch of really neat stuff that you get in this. So let's go ahead and fan through this, and you guys can check that out. See if I can get a good, there we go. So you got a really, really nice booklet here. And there's a lot of pages, and it's big. It's 181 pages for this thing. So awesome. So we get that with it. And lastly, so most Blu-rays, at least for Second Sight, their Blu-ray box sets like this, they come with a actual Amaray case inside. And then the 4Ks always get your digibooks or digipacks. This one is Blu-ray, but you are getting the digipack. So there it is right there. You have got your disc one, which is the movie and all the cuts. And then that is going to house your documentary and all the special features. And then this does open up to artwork of the forest. All right, guys. And there it is. That is what you are getting in your copy of the Blair Witch Project limited edition from Second Sight. I'll go ahead and link this down below for you guys to pick up at different places where I got it. And yeah, there it is. All right, so let's talk about the transfer. To be honest, guys, the transfer, we're not surprised. It is the best it has ever looked and probably the best it's ever going to look. The 16 millimeter film, the restoration they did for that, it's stunning and beautiful. Those black and white shots, especially at night, it was phenomenal. The blacks, just everything, they did such a phenomenal job with this. The high 8 even looked leaps better than what it did with the old releases that we've got with them by Artisan. Now, what I did do before I watched this, so I got this in and I actually rented it off of Prime Video, and I know it's streaming, but I wanted to look at the old transfer compared to this one. Now, of course, I've seen the old transfers before that Artisan did. It just had been years since I've seen it, so I wanted to get have fresh eyes seeing it. I watched it and, great movie. It is the 35 millimeter. When I put in Second Sight, so now I watched the festival cut. And that's the one I'd recommend you guys watch. A little longer, but you got some extra scenes and stuff in it. When I popped that in, it was night and day. I could not believe it. I tried my best to take pictures for you guys, but they didn't turn up very well. And there's so many variables that you're just going to have to take my word, or there's some other channels out there that do a really good job at that. Go check them out. But I really noticed it. With the high 8, I noticed it a lot. It looked better. It almost was like in the other release, in the other transfers that were done in the past, it was almost if the other releases and transfers they'd done in the past, they almost added grain, if that makes sense. It was bad. Stuff was really, really grainy to a point that it really didn't look that good. And then when I popped this in, it still had that home VHS shot on video feel to it, but it just looked better. That's the best way I can describe it. I was, like I said, I was blown away. I could not believe what Second Sight was able to accomplish with this. So as you guys probably know, Imprint via Vision, they just released their version of this. They did a twofer. So it was the Blair Witch Project and the Book of Shadows, and they had it in this nice box set, which I am interested in getting just for the Book of Shadows. And plus that box set looks great. And I'd like to compare them for you guys. But anyway, that got announced before Second Sight, and I put in my pre-order for that, and everyone was excited about that. And then some of the producers and directors came out and said, wait, guys, do not waste your money on this version. We are actually working with Second Sight. We're going to be putting a version out with them that we've always wanted to be out there, because Artisan basically just messed with it and it looked terrible. And that kind of, I don't know if we would say stir controversy, but it really, it blew up online and everyone was talking about it. So I held on to my pre-order until Second Sight announced theirs, and then I canceled that pre-order my Second Sight copy. So that's why I don't have the Imprint, even though I did pre-order it, but I canceled it because of that. And I'm glad I did, for sure. But moving on from that, the second disc is where you're going to find that documentary. That Second Sight did. You can't get that anywhere else. And I got to say, that's worth the price of admission right there. That documentary, I would purchase for, what was this, 35, 45 bucks. I would purchase, maybe not 45, but I would get that just for the documentary. They go over everything from pre-production to filming, from post-production to release and the legacy. I mean, they leave no stone unturned. Any questions that you would have, minus some of the actors not being in the documentary, they really don't address that. I think we know why, but they cover everything. And there was even stuff that I was unaware of this movie and stuff they did about it. And it could have been very widely known about this. And I personally didn't know the idea with these actors that they basically made them live out in the woods and didn't tell them anything. And the whole movie was improv for the actors. They talk about how they auditioned all these people, and the way they did the audition was pretty unique, just to to pull out the improvisation with each individual actor that was coming in for the role. I mean, when filming, it even got to the point where they wouldn't even tell these actors who were the plants. So, the scenes at the beginning of the movie where they're interviewing people in town, the directors and producers put plants in town, and they wouldn't tell the actors who the plants were. So some of those interactions and interviews are legit people who are not actors. And they know nothing about the Blair Witch. But there were some that they obviously were plants, and they would move the story along with the actors. And they would tell the actors, hey, whoever you interview, they're going to kind of move your story along so you know kind of what you're looking for. And I thought that was incredible. And that really, I think that's what made it feel more like a found footage, because there are sometimes some found footage movies where it's very scripted and you can tell it's scripted and it doesn't give that authenticity to it that a true documentary, news broadcaster, or what have you would have. It just feels scripted. But this one, felt so authentic, and they really played into even some of the actors not getting along. They played into that, which I thought was really, really interesting. All that to say, and there's so much more to that. They even talk about how they were forced to do a 35 millimeter cut for Sundance, and since that year that came out, and it put them into a financial hardship, Sundance stopped that policy, and videotapes were allowed to be sent in and shown that way instead of putting out a 35 millimeter print of the film. A bunch more. Definitely, I wouldn't have time to go through everything. It was so good. I would watch that documentary again. Very, very well worth it. Now, do I think that this is the release of the year? It's very much in the conversation. I can say that for Second Sight, again, very much in the conversation. The Hitcher was a really, really good release. So this might edge it out, but we'll be covering that more later, probably next month as it gets closer to the end of the year, talking about who the label of the year, releases of the year, and stuff. But like I said, this is a contender. This is, there's not enough words to describe how amazing this release is. The achievement that Second Sight was able to do with this. And they explain, not directly saying this is why Second Sight didn't put out Book of Shadows, but they talk about the Book of Shadows in the documentary. And that's kind of why you understand why Second Sight just focused on the original. But yeah, guys, all in all, this gets a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. You can't do any better. They covered everything with this, scratched every itch you can have about the movie. Absolutely, absolutely love this. 100% recommend. You guys need to get this release from Second Sight. Now, guys, that's the end of this video. That's all I have for you today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, again, please go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, of course, hit that bell notification. And again, we're coming up on 300 subscribers right in time for Christmas. So because those two are happening around the same time, I'm doing a giveaway for you guys of the 4K Steelbook for Gladiator. So like I said, to enter into this giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on my Instagram, and just shoot me a message on Instagram letting me know you want to enter into this giveaway. Now, this is only for U.S. residents only right now. Maybe giveaways later, we'll open it up. But right now, it's just for the U.S. The giveaway time, when I'm probably going to be closing it up, is either if we hit 300 subscribers first or December 14th. One of those two have to come first, and whichever one does, I'm going to close up the giveaway entries and we'll pick a winner for you guys, and I'll be sending this out to you. Again, this is open. I wanted to make sure all the contents were good. So there is a slight pinhole size dent up there, but nothing to worry. Discs look good. The digital code works. Still got the J card, and it's in a Malco sleeve protector for you guys. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Of course, you guys take care and have a good one.